You ever been there? You've prayed for something, you've worked so hard for it, and then slam. The door just shuts right in your face. It's just painful, right? And so confusing. But what if we're looking at it all wrong? What if that closed door isn't a rejection at all, but actually God's protection in disguise?
All right, let's just get right into it. We've all heard it a million times, right? If God opens the door, you walk through it. But is it really that simple? I mean, is every single opportunity that pops up a divine green light from above? Or is that just, a bit of an oversimplification, one that might actually lead us down the wrong path entirely?
So on one hand, you have this common belief that an open door is just an automatic yes from God. And, that feels good. It's reassuring. But there's a deeper, maybe more challenging way to look at this. What if that no you just heard, that door that just slammed shut, what if that's actually God's ultimate yes to protecting you from something you just can't see yet?
Yeah, let's talk about that moment. You know the one I'm talking about. You were so sure you had a yes from God. That relationship, that dream job, that big opportunity, it felt so right. And then, out of nowhere, bam, it turns into a hard no.
And let's be real here, it feels like a total gut punch, doesn't it? You get that dizzying swirl of confusion. You're asking why, what did I do wrong, what did I miss? Then comes that sharp sting of disappointment, thinking about what could have been. And so often it feels deeply personal, like a rejection that makes you question everything about yourself. It's the kind of thing that can really test your faith, right down to the core.
Okay, but right here, this is where we get a chance to completely flip the script. This is where we can stop seeing that no as rejection and start seeing it for what it might really be. Divine redirection, a powerful, totally intentional act of protection.
So what exactly is divine redirection? Well, here's the key. It's not a punishment. It's not a penalty for messing up. It's this profound belief that God closes a door because He loves you. He's actively guiding you away from harm and steering you toward your real purpose. It's truly one of the highest, most loving forms of His protection.
Now, it's totally natural to wonder, okay, but why would a loving God take away something I wanted so badly? It's a fair question. And here's the first big reason we're going to explore. Sometimes God very intentionally narrows your choices
to prevent a divided obedience. Just think about it for a second. When you're standing at a crossroads with 5 different paths in front of you, what happens? Your focus gets scattered, right? Your energy is split. Your commitment starts to get a little shaky. So by closing 4 of those doors, God isn't limiting you. He's focusing you. He's clearing away all the noise, all the distractions, so you can walk with total confidence down the one path He's already prepared just for you.
And that kind of focus, it leads us right into the next big reason for a closed door. It's all about avoiding a hidden, but very, very real danger, something we could call premature promotion.
Yeah, premature promotion can destroy your purpose. Just let that sink in for a minute. It's such a critical idea. Getting what you want too soon, before your character is actually ready to handle it, can do way more damage to your destiny than never getting it in the first place.
And really, this is the why behind the whole thing. God isn't just withholding a blessing to be mean. He removes an opportunity because He knows, He sees the whole picture, and He knows you're not quite ready for the responsibility that comes with it. I mean, can you imagine getting that huge promotion before you've developed the maturity to actually lead people? Or getting that big public platform before you have the humility to handle the criticism? He protects your future by making sure you're solid in your present.
And listen, this isn't just some new age self-help idea we're talking about. This concept of a focused, sometimes really difficult path, well, it's not new at all. It actually has a super solid, timeless foundation in the Bible.
You see it right in the Gospel of Matthew, where Jesus Himself says, "But small is the gate and narrow the road that leads to life, and only a few find it." Now really pay attention to those words, small and narrow. That's not an accident. That is absolutely by design.
Think of it this way. The wide road, that's the easy path, right? It has a million choices and it's jam-packed with people. But ultimately, it leads away from real purpose. Then you have the narrow road, the one God might be pushing you toward by closing all those other doors. That one has limited choices. It demands your focus. It's a lot harder to find, but that's the one. That's the only one that actually leads to life. Okay, so this all sounds good in theory, but how do you actually do this when you're staring at a door that just got slammed in your face?
Well, here are 4 really practical things you can do. First, just be real. Acknowledge the hurt. Don't try to pretend it doesn't sting. Second, you got to actively reframe it. Start asking yourself, okay, what might God be protecting me from here? Third, change up your prayer. Instead of asking, why me? Try praying, Lord, show me where you're leading me now. And finally, number 4, you just have to lean into trust. Really believe that His timing is a crucial part of His perfect plan.
You know, when you start to shift your perspective like this, it leads to a really simple but incredibly powerful prayer. It's basically a prayer of surrender and trust. It moves you away from demanding a certain outcome and toward just asking for His will, which is, and always will be, your absolute greatest protection.
So I want to leave you with the question to think about. I want you to look back at the disappointments, the detours, all the no's in your own life. Looking at them through this new lens, which closed door might have actually been God's hand, redirecting you, protecting you, and setting you up for something so much greater? Just remember, a closed door is never the end of your story. In fact, it might just be the beginning of a whole new and way better chapter.